Hey everyone, welcome back to the next video for the NEET paper discussion. Today we are going to discuss about the NEET 2025 biology question paper with the solutions, and we will get the idea that what type of the questions they have faced in that exam, like how many questions was easy, how many was medium, and how many was related to the difficult table, right? As we know that physics was quite difficult, as I heard from the other subject teachers and from the student views, that they all were saying that physics was too much lengthy and we was not getting the enough time to solve the biology itself, and biology also was not that much easy, which we have seen in the previous questions, right? So it's okay, don't feel bad for that. If you have seen that question paper was difficult, so definitely the cutoff will go down. Okay, so don't panic in that situation, everything will be fine. Stay positive, be positive, just pray that your marks, whatever marks you are getting, that should touch the cutoff. Okay, that only we can do. And the second suggestion is you can go and apply for the NEST exam. So NEST exam is actually related to the NEET pattern only, so it will help you with this knowledge. You can go and write this exam. Okay, the last date for this NEST exam would be the 9th May. Okay, if you will apply for that, so definitely you will get the idea like what knowledge you are having. You can apply that knowledge in that exam and you can get somewhere good seat. Okay, and if luckily if you will get the seat in the NEET, that would be well and good for you. Okay, so without wasting time, let us discuss about the question paper for the NEET 2025 biology. Okay, let us start with a good spirit here. The question number 91 is that is asking that complex 2 of the mitochondrial electron transport chain is also known as. Actually, mitochondrial electron transport chain system 2 they are asking, as given in our NCERT, that is a complex 2. This is a succinate dehydrogenase. Okay, so simple question it was. It is not difficult, it is a simple question. So succinate dehydrogenase it was. Okay, next is the polymerase chain reaction. Simple only, because in the polymerase chain reaction we have seen that N is indicating the number of the cycle, right? It was indicating the number of cycles. Fine, so that we have seen in the PCF with the help of the 2 is to power n formula. Okay, then 93 is asking that what are the potential drawback in the adoption of the IVF method, in vitro fertilization method. We have seen what are the drawbacks. Here the first one is saying that high fatality. Fatality means the risk of the death. Okay, by accident, death by accident. Okay, so I know that many of you are not aware about this particular word. It is actually the like risky or the death condition. Okay, which cannot be the condition because of the IVF. In the IVF we will take the egg from the mother and sperm from the father, and we are doing the fertilization into the laboratory, so it will not affect the mother. It can affect the embryo but not to the mother. So A should not be there, and A is given all the three options, right? So we can say the direct answer is here with you, B, D and F, but I hope that you should know. But if you don't know, so okay, let us see some other like expensive instrument in the reagent that we know it was there, because already we are using the IVF, so it was all the complete process which should be done into the mother's womb, but now it is going to happen into the laboratory. So definitely reagent in the instrument, that would be expensive only. So B should be there. Husband or wife necessary for the being donor. It's not necessary that husband only can give the sperm or the wife only can give the donor, can give the eggs. Okay, we can take from the vice versa, like from the any donor we can take the egg or the sperm. So C should not be there. Okay, so C is eliminated. Again we are having the answer in front of us. Okay, so like that you have to choose the answers. And less adoption of the orphanage. Okay, that is correct. If we are using the IVF, so definitely from the orphanage less adoption would be there. Not available in the India. It's available but not with that functional condition. Okay, so and here they are saying that not available. Okay, so it would be not that. Okay, it is available in India. And possibility that the early embryo does not survive. Okay, that can be happen. So that could be the B, D and E, F only. Okay, next is the question number 94, that what is the name of the blood vessel that carries a deoxygenated blood from the body to the heart. Body to the heart they are asking, from body to the heart in the frog. Okay, so from body to the heart means the blood which is going from body to the heart, that would be deoxygenated, right? So deoxygenated blood, obviously it is going with the help of the vena cava, right? It was the vena cava who was taking the deoxygenated blood from the body to the heart from the body to the heart for the purification. So we'll go with the fourth option. Next is, which of the following statement refers to the reduction in the biology? Okay, so reductionist in the biology, in the sense, first of all we should know what is this branch. Okay, what is the meaning of this reductionist biology? It would be, the meaning here I'll show you. It is actually conceptual based question, it is memory based question. So if you will know, then only you could have solved the question, otherwise it could be not the perfect answer for you. It will go into the negative, that I can say here for you. So reductionist biology will be actually the living system into the molecular phases, like we are using into the molecular level, into the cell, or like the physical and the chemical properties, molecular, physical, or the chemical properties, right? So these all are properties which we are using into the livings, okay, into the living cell. So that would be actually the basically we can say it would be the physiochemical, not the physiological only. Okay, not only the chemical, not behavior cannot, obviously it cannot be. The reductionist means the molecular, physical, and the chemical, then only it would be the physiochemical. So we'll go with the first option, to study the understanding living organism. Okay, I hope it would be clear to you now. If you have not attempted, so it would be now clear to you. Next is question number 96 here. That is there are the two statements. First statement is saying, in the RNA world, RNA is considered as the first genetic material evolved to carry out the essential life processes. That is absolutely correct. We have seen we have seen that RNA world was actually telling about the RNA condition. It was the first genetic material, not the DNA, but RNA was the first genetic material, okay, which was carrying the essential life processes. Then RNA act as a genetic material and also as a catalyst for some important biochemical reactions in the living system, and being reactive, RNA is unstable. That is absolutely correct. We have seen the same thing into the NCERT also. This is true. And DNA, they are saying, evolved from the RNA. Obviously DNA to RNA means reverse transcription, we have seen, and it is more stable genetic material. Obviously that is why we are all are having the DNA, not the RNA. It is evolved from the RNA, but we all are having the DNA, not the RNA. Its double helical strand being complementary resist changes in the evolving repairing mechanism. That is also correct. So we can go through with both correct. Okay. Now the next question number 97 is, epiphyte that are growing on the mango branch is an example of which of the following? So it is not a typical question. It is getting the help from the mango tree. Okay, so epiphytes are actually growing on the mango tree. So it is taking one is giving the benefit and another is getting the not affect. So that is a commensalism. If one will go for the negative and another will be unaffected, so in that case amensalism and mutualism, we have seen both was a positive, right? So we'll go with the first one. Next is question number 98 is, from the statement given below we have to choose the correct option. So the eukaryotic, in the eukaryote ribosomes are 80S and the prokaryote ribosomes are the 70S. So you knows already very well about it, so no need to explain this. So ribosome, each ribosome has the two subunit, obviously small and the large subunit we have seen. One is a small, another is a large subunit, which will help into the complete ribosomal attachment, and then only the tRNA was coming and doing the protein synthesis. Okay, so these two are actually true. Third is that two subunit of the 80S ribosome and the 60S and the 40S, while the 70 and the 70S are the 50S and the 30S. Okay, so here they are saying the two subunit for the 80S ribosomes are 60 and the 40, and for the 70S it was 50S and the 30. That is correct. 5 and 50 and the 30 it was 80, but tan S was actually removing sedimentation coefficient. Okay, S is indicating the sedimentation coefficient. So that is also we have seen by the combination. At the time of the combination, the tan S was releasing in the form of the energy. So because of that, it was synthesizing the 70S, and here it was synthesizing 80S only, not the 100S. Okay, so from the 80S it was actually 60 as plus the 40S, so it should be 100, but not even, it is the 80S only. The reason is 20S actually was releasing in the form of energy, right? Was releasing as an energy. And in case of the 70S, it was 50S plus the 30S, so it was 80, but even we are considering it as 70, so because the tan S was actually releasing as an energy. Okay, so we will consider it this one. So all the three are correct. A, B, C are correct. Two subunit of the ATS are the 60s and the, no, it is incorrect. Two subunit of 80 and the 60s are 30s, that of the, no, it is also incorrect. So we, this third one is indicating correct only. So A, B and C are correct. So first option. Okay, next is question number 99, that is which one of the following is the example of the ex situ conservation. Ex situ conservation, here it was actually zoological and the botanical garden only, in which we have seen the ex situ, taking outside for the conservation, right? That one. Next is the question number 100, that is statement number 1, the primary source of the energy in an ecosystem is a solar energy. Okay, so in the means so solar energy means sunlight is only the first source from where the complete energy source or the complete sequence was starting. So that is correct. And the rate of the production of the organic matter during the photosynthesis in an ecosystem is called as a net primary productivity. It was actually the GPP, not the NPP. So because of this it would be incorrect. So statement 1 would be correct and second would be incorrect. We'll go with the third option. Next is emphysema, some disorder has come. So in this emphysema is there angina pectoris, glomerulonephritis and the kidney. So let us match emphysema. Okay, I will make it small so you can see it properly. Okay, so here the tetany we can match very simply, like here the rapid dismount due to the low calcium level into the body fluid. Okay, so here D should be matched with the first one. So D first given in these two statements or in these two options only, and let us match with the B and the C. So B is actually what? B is angina pectoris, and in the angina pectoris what we have seen? We have seen into the when the heart is not getting the enough oxygen reaching to the heart muscle. So B should be 3. So B should be 3 given in the fourth option only. Okay, and A is what? A is emphysema and damage alveolar wall, decrease the respiratory supply. Obviously it is given here only. So that is absolutely correct. So we'll go with the fourth option. Next is question number 102. Let us see this one. Here it is telling assertion reason based question. So let us see. So both the wind and the water pollinate the flower, are not very colorful and do not produce the nectar. So like in the wind and the water both are pollinate the flower, but they are not producing the colorful nectar. So that is correct only, because with the help of the wind and the water there is no attraction, because it will go with the help of the water waves in the water and with the air waves from the wind. Okay, so that is correct, but it is not having any colorful flowering, because colorful or the color of the nectar is for the attraction. Okay, so and the attraction is actually by the animals or some other organism. So this is not happening in this. So assertion is correct. So the flower produces an enormous amount of the pollen gain in the wind and the water pollinator flowers. Obviously if the pollinator is attractant is not there, but even it has to reach to the egg cell, from the pollen has to reach to the egg cell for the fertilization. It should be in the enormous amount, it should be present into the high amount, then only it will go for the pollination. That is also correct. But here they are telling about that here in the reason they are telling about the concentration of the pollen grain, how much quantity would be there. So here they are telling about the quantity of the pollen grain. Okay, and in the assertion they are telling about the attractant, right? So these two are actually talking about the two different conditions. Both are telling about the pollinators of the wind and the water, but two different categories of the two different functions of it. Okay, so we can say it is not the correct explanation. Now the next question is question number 103, which is of the following is the best, is an example of the non-distillated alcohol beverages produced by the yeast. Simple question only, it is not having if and but. Simply we will go with the beer only. Non-alcoholic, non-distilled alcoholic beverages, it was a beer only. That in this one again a little bit simple question only for you. You can, if you have studied, so definitely you can find out the families. And the flower formula, this sign stands for the zygomorphic nature in the flower, and G it is superior or the inferior. It is inferior they are telling here. So we can say this is not correct. This first one is not telling the correct, it is the inferior, okay, but this is not the zygomorphic, okay, actinomorphic it should be, so it is incorrect. So, okay, so the next is the in the flora formula plus is indicating you the actinomorphic, here it is telling correct, and G stands for the superior ovary, okay, here they are telling inferior, here this is telling the superior, so that is also correct. So we'll go with the first is incorrect and second would be correct. Okay, so the fourth option next is the streptokinase produced by the bacterium streptococcus is used for what? Actually, we have seen it was using for the into the blood vessels, okay, into the blood vessel, or in the blood we can say, if any clot is there, if any clot is there, so that clot will be bursting or removing. Okay, so we'll go with the fourth option. Next is the which chromosome in the human genome has the highest number of the gene, means among which of these chromosome which is having the highest number of the genes. So that was a chromosome number first, we have seen into the molecular, we studied about this chromosome number first condition, so we should know also, it is memory based question. Next is which of the following statement is correct about the location of the human frog copulatory pad. Like frog copulatory pad is, it was actually present on the first digit of the forelimbs, okay, in the males only, okay, always remember it is only into the males, only into the males, not into the female, because male has to hold the female until the female will not release the egg. So we'll go with the first digit of the forelimbs, that is the fourth option. Okay, next is which of the following phytohormone promoter neutralize the mobilization, means the movement motility, which help in the delay of the leaves senescence into the plants. So that was actually only the cytokinin, it was only the cytokinin, it is not the tough question, it was the easy question, easy to moderate. Okay, next is the okay, while trying to find out the characteristic of a newly found animal, a researcher did the histology of the adult animal and observed the cavity with the presence of the mesodermal tissues towards the body wall, but no mesodermal tissues observed towards the alimentary canal. What could be the coelomate of that animal? So actually this is not a typical, but if you have studied this question with the help of this diagram, so you can understand this easily, right? So here they are telling about, they are actually asking the question from this particular diagram. Okay, so let us see. Actually here the three terms they have given, like pseudocoelomate, coelomate and the acoelomate. And pseudocoelomate we have seen, like in the pseudocoelomate, like certain animals they are not having the fully lined mesoderm na? So in that condition we have seen, might be they are having in the form of a pouches, right? But that pouch is what they are asking in the question, that pouches would be are present only towards the body wall but not towards the middle one. Here in the coelomatic condition, this is completely attached with the body wall as well as with the body wall as well as the internal organ. So we can say in the coelomate it is present in both sides, and in the acoelomate there is not even a cavity, there is not even the cavity, but in the pseudocoelomate only we have seen the pouches, or it is attached towards the body wall more. Okay, so related to that only, so we can focus on this line, that what they are asking now. So here they are saying now that histology of the new, observed a cavity with the presence of the mesodermal tissues. Okay, mesodermal tissues means we are observing only the middle layer. Okay, we are observing only the middle tissues or the mesodermal tissues, the body wall towards the body wall, okay, towards the outside periphery, but not the mesodermal tissues was observed towards the alimentary canal, means towards the alimentary canal means towards the internal organ, it is not attached. So because of that it would be the pseudocoelomate, right? I hope it would be clear to you. It was like little bit confusing question. Most of the students was saying that it was little, like I'm not able to understand what the language is there. Actually, that same diagram I told you, they will give you in the form of a experimental based question. They will give you in the form of any like hypothetical condition or the situation. So you have to be prepare yourself for all the situation whatever they will give. Okay, so be careful for that. Now let's see the question number 110, list 1 and list 2. Okay, so head, middle piece, acrosome and the tail. So let us see the matching also they have given here, we will see. Okay, so let's see here head is actually having what it was having the genetic material. Okay, and the sperm mortality because of it would be A. Okay, sperm mortality because of the tail. This would be a D2, A4, D2, and acrosome are having the enzymes, so C, it would be matching with the C. Middle piece will having the mitochondria, so energy. Okay, so A4, C1 or B3, A4, C1, B3, A4, C1, B3 here. Okay, I hope it would be clear. Okay, now let's see that given below are the stages in the life cycle of the pteridophytes. Arrange the following stages in the correct sequence. So you have studied already about these questions, about this pattern. So let us see. First of all, the meiosis in the mother is post as should be there, means B should be available, B should be there in the first priority. Okay, so we'll go with these two. Third and fourth would be eliminated. Okay, now let's see what could be the prothallus should be there. Okay, this should be the first and stage, and then the prothallus stage should become. Then after only the formation of the archegonia and the antheridia would be there. On the third stage it would be there, and the transfer of the antherozoites and the archegonia into the presence of the water, obviously it would be fourth. Okay, and then in the last one only the fertilization should be there. So we can say B, like okay, B, A, and then D, B, A, D. Okay, then E, C. Okay, E and C. Okay, given in the first option only. Now let's see the next question, number 12, 112. So cardiac activity, they are asking for the cardiac activity of the heart is regulated by what? It was a nodal tissue, means conduction system, right? We have seen the nodal tissue means SC node and AV node. It was under the control of the conduction system. Okay, so the conduction system and the special neural center into the medulla oblongata, means medulla oblongata, we have seen the cardiac activity was controlling with the help, I showed you in the video also. So the cardiac activity was actually under the controlling situation by the medulla oblongata as well as the pons area. Pons was having the switches like pneumotaxis center and the apneustic center, like that. And then the adrenal medullary hormone, it was actually releasing the catecholamine, okay, epinephrine and the norepinephrine, and norepinephrine, that hormone, it was also regulating the condition. Cortical hormone means corticoid from the adrenal cortex. Okay, but that was not actually controlling the cardiac activity, it was controlling the cardiovascular system, right? So here I will write, it was controlling the cardiovascular system, not the cardiac activity. Okay, complete cardiovascular systems as well as the kidney system also, right? That is what we have seen, but not the cardiac activity. So here in the question they are asking for the cardiac activity, not the cardiovascular. Okay, so we'll not choose the fourth option, D should not be there. So the answer is here in front of us, that is the second statement. Then next, the question number 113, which of the following cannot fix the nitrogen? So here which cannot fix the nitrogen, we know very well, Volvox cannot fix the nitrogen, rest they all will fix the nitrogen. Okay, so the next question is 114, that transfer RNA and the ribosomal RNA do not interact with the mRNA. If they will not interact, then how the protein synthesis would be there, right? So because of that it would be incorrect. And RNA interference, RNA takes place in all the eukaryotic organism as a method of the cellular defense, so that is correct. So one is incorrect, second would be correct, fourth option. Next is question number 115. Here what they are telling, that in the above represented plasmid alien piece, our gene of interest. Okay, alien piece means our gene of interest is inserted into the EcoR first site. Which of the following strategy would be chosen to select the recombinant colonies? So in the EcoR first site they have given this area. So, and this is actually the site for the beta galactosidase, and we have inserted our gene of interest by using the EcoR first and inserted our gene here. Alien piece means our gene here. So because of our insertion, this beta galactosidase is not going to synthesize, because the continuity of the beta galactosidase gene is there. Because of the discontinuity, obviously the beta galactosidase will not synthesize if the insertion will be completely or successfully completed. Okay, so in that case beta galactosidase will not be there. No beta galactosidase means it will not interact with the chromogenic substance, and there would be no blue color colonies. We have seen in the experiment, like LECZ gene was responsible for the beta galactosidase. Okay, and it beta galactosidase on the medium with the X-gal was interacting, and because of their interaction blue color colonies was occur. but if no interaction would be there, so definitely no color would be there. So that is what they are asking in the question. We have inserted our gene in this area, so because of their insertion, beta galactosidase gene will deactivated. If it is deactivated, so because of that, like it will not interact with the X goal, so no blue color colony would be there. There would be colorless colony. Okay, colorless means no color, means white color. It should be the white color. Okay, so we can go through with the white color colonies would be selected. Okay, next is question number 16, simple question only. Which of the following genetically engineered organism was used by Eli Lilly to prepare the human insulin? No if and but, simple, by using the bacterium. Next is the name the class of the enzyme that usually catalyze the following reaction. Okay, so we have seen this reaction, like in this G is what? G is actually the group transfer, but other than the hydrogen, not the hydrogen group. Okay, it is other than hydrogen. Okay, and we can say S. Okay, S and S dash. Okay, S and S hash, it would be the substrate. They both are substrate. Okay, so because of that, the transfer of the functional group means from one to the molecule to the another means S to S dash, from transfer of the G from S to S dash, from here to S dash, it has completed. From here to here it is shifted. So because of this, we can say this is the transfer in which one molecule, from one molecule to the another molecule. So based on that, we can say it would be the transferase, because it is not using the water molecule other than the water, so transferase. Okay, the next is question number 118, that is find the statement that is not correct with regard to the structure of the monocot stem. Okay, so for the monocot stem, hypodermis is the parenchymatous. That is absolutely incorrect, and it should be our answer. Muscular bundle are scattered, okay. Vascular bundles are conjoined and closed, okay. Phloem, parenchyma are absent, that is also correct. So we'll go with this first statement only. Next is question number 119, that correct sequence we have to find out for the life cycle of the bryophytes. Okay, so for the complete life cycle means fusion of the antherozoid with the egg, it would be not the first, at least it should not be the first one. First of all, the attachment with the substratum, that should be the first step. Okay, and after that, the release of the antherozoid into the water. Okay, that should be the second one, and then only the antherozoid will meet with the egg. The fusion would be there, and because of the fusion, what would happen? The sporozoites or the sporophytes will be forming, and because of that, the reduction division will start and forming the haploid spores. So it should be the fifth step, means C should be in the last, and B should be in the first here. So third option. Okay, next question is correct about these four. We have to find out the correct answer for the given below. So let's see. Computed tomography means CT scan and the MRI. They are actually for what? They are using for imaging, the detecting the cancer of the internal organs. Absolutely correct. For the internal organs, we have used CT scan and the MRI. Okay, then chemotherapeutic drug are used to kill the non-cancer. Why to non-cancerous cells? Only to the cancerous cells. Why? What is the need to kill the non-cancerous cells? So it is incorrect. B should not be there. A should be there. So answer is here. Let's see others also. Alpha interferons activate the cancer patient immune system and help in destroying the tumor cells. As I told you in the previous videos also, that alpha interferons is actually just like a indicator for the healthy cells from the cancer attacked cell. Okay, like cancer attacked cell will release the alpha interferons in the form of a signal for the healthy cell. So that is what they are telling in the statement. Chemotherapeutic drug are biological response modifier. No, in case of the leukemia, blood cancer count are decreased. Okay, it is not decreased, it is increasing, because it is a case of the cancer. Okay, so E should know. A and C is correct only. Okay, here next question number 121 we will see into the next part of the video, and I'll upload it soon. Okay, I hope this all will help you, and will see you very soon. Okay, I'll upload the next part very soon. Thank you.